Hey my loves, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we have a brand new palette by Morphe. So this is the Morphe 35S Fall Into Fabulous eyeshadow palette. So here is what it looks like. It's so pretty, guys, and I feel like this is good for fall time, also summertime, also anytime. That's why I love Morphe's palettes, because I feel like you can use them all year round. But you guys, this is gorgeous. So it doesn't have many matte shades. Mostly all of these on each side are all mattes. There is one shimmer. Other than that, you guys, I really enjoyed this palette. And some people do like to wear only a shimmer on lid. So if that's you, I feel like this is definitely your palette. So I did create this eye look right here today. And can I just say I'm obsessed with it. Everything performed literally so well. And I absolutely love this palette. But yeah, I also will be doing a comparison with another palette later on in the video. So if you guys want to see exactly how I got this look and my final thoughts and everything, go ahead and keep on watching. Then also, guys, I did have one of my wisdom tooth pulled, and I also had a tooth in the front here pulled a couple days ago. So I'm still not feeling the greatest, and I still am in a little bit of pain, but I really did want to film this morning for you guys. I just feel like I've really been slacking on filming, and I called the school yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that my daughter is going to be getting into K4, which I'm really excited because I applied last year for K3 and she did not get accepted. Because like the schools around here are weird. Unless you're in kindergarten, like if you're applying for K3 or K4, you have to make under a certain amount. And my boyfriend didn't make under the amount for her to go to K3, but thankfully he was right around the amount for her to go to K4. So I'm really excited for her to get into school. Then I'll have a lot more time to film, or even more time to even like start a job or something. So I'm really excited for that. So the new palette that we're going to be testing by Morphe is the 35F Fall Into Fabulous Artistry palette. Here is what the palette looks like. So there definitely are a lot more shimmers than matte shades. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer to prime both lids. What have you guys been up to? I feel like fall is literally sneaking up. It's like literally right around the corner. And personally for me, I feel like summer just wasn't there. Like when I think of summer, I think of like 90-degree weather in July, not 70-degree weather and raining. So I was a little disappointed with this summer, but hopefully this month in August we do get some more nicer weather. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. I usually just go back over that with my damp beauty sponge just to make sure there's no harsh edges. Then I'm just going to take some of the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder just to set both lids. And again, this step is optional. You do not have to do this. I personally do because it does help me blend everything together. And of course, like I said, we are going to do a neutral look because it's just easier because this palette really doesn't have a lot of colors anyways. So there's this side over here, which is really like warmer yellow undertones. And then there's this side over here, which is still a little bit warm, but a little bit cooler too. So I think we're going to stick with this side over here for the matte shades. So I'm first going to take this shade right here, and this is called Big City. And I'm just going to take this on a JH32 brush, so it is a bigger blending brush. So I'm going to take this shade, and I'm just going to start blending this right up here above the crease. I rarely ever have trouble with Morphe's palettes. Like, I usually think they're always good. The shimmers don't apply always that great, but for their mattes and stuff, they're really nice and really easy to blend. This shade is definitely super duper pigmented. I definitely didn't expect it to be this dark. So the next shade is called Trunk Show. So it's going to be this one right here. And this is going to go right along the outer V and then into the crease as well. And I'm going to take a Morphe M443 brush. So it is a blending brush, but it's like flat. And I'm just going to pop this right here on the outer V. I have a bunch of dry patches on my eye, so it's been kind of messing up like my eyeshadow lately. So once I've got this packed on the outer V, I am going to slowly like start buffing it up into the other shade and then also into the crease. Definitely wasn't planning on going super dark with this look, but I guess this is where we're at, so I'm just going to roll with it. So you guys, so far so good. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other end. I'll be right back. I'm going to go back in with the JH blending brush and just go up around those edges. Alright guys, honestly, I think it's time for shimmer. As of right now, I think the blending and everything is really good with this palette so far. I feel like Morphe shimmers, they are a little bit harder to work with. For me personally, they don't always pick up well on a brush. So I'm going to take my trusty Morphe M124 brush. This is definitely my favorite brush to use with shimmer. So the first shade I'm going to take is this orange one right in the center, and this is called See What. So this is going to go right here on the inner part of the lid. Okay, shade picked up really well. Let's go ahead and see how it's going to apply. Oh, that is so pretty, guys. Look at me talking all this crap, and then it ends up going on really nicely. Okay, yeah, guys, that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm only going to bring it this far because we are going to do a couple more shimmer shades as well. All right, y'all, my camera lens was acting up again, so I'm not sure how much of a part of that video I lost. But what I did, guys, is I'm taking the shade right below the orange one, and it's called Brand New. And I'm just applying that right in the center. So it definitely comes off a little more pink than it looks in the pan, but I'm totally fine. It looks really good. So I'm going to take that over about that far. I'm not sure if I want to do another shimmer on the outer V or if I want to keep it matte. Take one more shimmer shade, guys, and it's going to be this one right here called Corset. All right, you guys, I am so incredibly sorry if I missed anything, but I did go ahead and go off camera and apply my lashes because my lens has just been not liking it lately. I think it's because my room is so humid that maybe it like fogs over my lens. I'm not really sure why. I just hope that it's not like a malfunctioning problem, because when I do take the lens off and I do wipe it off with a microfiber rag, it does go away. So just hopefully it's because it's humid in here. So if you guys missed anything, what I did was I took this shade right here called Corset. So it is a brown shimmer, and I just literally put a little bit of that right on the outer V, and then I went back into the deepest shade on the outer V again. Let's go ahead and do the lower lash line and the inner corner. So I'm first going to go back in with Big City on a smudging brush. It's just going to go right along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go back into the deepest shade we used, which was Trunk Shell. Also using the same brush, and I'm going to apply it the same exact way, except this one I'm going to keep a little more close to the lash line. And then I'm going to take the NYX eyeliner in the shade Brown, and I'm going to put it on my waterline. I've actually finally learned how to do it without touching my eyes. You guys, this took me years to do, literally. Well, for the inner corner, I'm going to take the lightest shade, which would be called Runway. So it's the second one right here. Let's go ahead and try to apply it. Oh, that is so pretty. That is so brightening. That looks so good. Also going to put some right under the brow as well. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara, set my face, and put lipstick on. And then I'll come back and we're going to compare this to the other palette. All right, guys, I'm back. I went ahead and put lashes on. I also did lips. So if you're wondering what I used for my lips, I used the Morphe Lip Liner in Sweet Tea. And then I used the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. Absolutely love both of these. They're like the perfect nude for me. Especially like the Morphe Sweet Tea. I feel like even for me and a lot of other skin tones, like I feel like a lot of people love it. It's so nice and good. Morphe lip liners are also only, I think they're $5, and they're huge and they last all day long. Like they're amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a close up, and then we're going to talk all about this palette. So honest thoughts and final rating, I would give this palette 10 out of 10 stars. I absolutely love the mattes. They perform, they blended so well. And even the shimmers, you guys, they are literally like butter. I haven't had a Morphe palette with the shimmers that were that nice in quite a while. Usually I have to wet my brush or I have to use my finger. But this palette, you guys, it is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, do I think you need this palette in your life? Absolutely. I think this is a palette that can be used all year round, and that's why I love Morphe palettes, because I feel like all of their palettes are very nice for any time of the year, and I love that it has neutrals. I mean, who doesn't love a neutral palette with tons of shimmers? So now let's do a comparison between this one and the 35 Fall into Frost. So here is the 35 Fall into Frost. Let me see if I can get them both up here without the light shining. So here is what they both look like. Of course, they're not perfectly similar, but they do have a lot of the same shades. And I feel like Morphe does this every so often, where they'll come out with a new palette every year, change the name, and then change a few shades around. But honestly, you guys, if you have the 35F Fall into Frost, I don't think you need this new palette, just because of the fact that they do have a lot of similarities. Now, I'm not going to say that they're identical, but they have a lot of similarities. Like, I do want to kind of take a close look at the matte shades to kind of see if they're similar. Okay, so yeah, the matte shades, you guys, they are almost exactly the same. But yeah, you guys, the matte shades are exactly the same, except the new one does have more mattes in it, which I think definitely is a good thing. And then as far as the shimmer shades, like I said, a lot of them are very, very similar. Like you have your top row and the Fall into Frost one, they're all very light, creamy shimmer shades, and same with the new one. So I'm not going to do swatches or anything like that today, but if you guys do want to see something like that, let me know down in the comments below and I will definitely do that. Also, if you guys want to see a side-by-side comparison of these two palettes, please let me know and I will do that as well. So yeah, if you guys ended up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all your guys' support. I'm finally past 700 subscribers and it definitely wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.